If you haven't guessed it by now, I'm doing a video on my gear. Alright, I know. So it's day 2, a little early to be diving in, but this isn't high school, man. We're getting into it. First off, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched my first vlog video that I posted earlier today. I hope everyone liked it. I hope you're stoked to see more coming from me, and I hope to hear what you guys want to see. If you're not really into the technical side of filmmaking and you don't really want to do filmmaking for yourself, this video might not really be for you. However, if you do want to see more of my content and my vlogs, tune in throughout the rest of the week and there will be more of that stuff. It's just going to be Tuesdays that I go over a lot of the more technical stuff with filmmaking. So if you don't really enjoy that stuff, just don't tune in on Tuesdays, I guess. So this is a pretty common tool for vloggers. It's Joby Gorilla Pod. Now most vloggers use the SLR version. However, I got this version for $20 at Staples when it was on sale one day, and I've been able to make it work pretty well with my SLR camera. I only have a T3i, it's not that heavy. If I had something bigger, like a Canon 1D Mark II or something like that, then I would definitely invest in the bigger SLR mount. But the way I make this one work for like a selfie stick is, instead of doing what most people do and just folding the 3 legs in like so, I take the 3 legs and twist them for better stability. And then I get something that looks like this. I kind of hold it like this with the camera on top here, looking at me, and that's a pretty good setup for the way I vlog. The second piece of equipment I'm going to talk about is this. It's a very cheap wide-angle attachment for the Canon kit lens. And a lot of people hate these things because they are very cheap and you do get pretty picture through them. However, I like this thing because it gives you a very cheap wide angle. For starting out, if you want to get a wide angle, this thing is one of your best options because it's instant. You pay 20 bucks, you get one of these things, you throw it on the end of your camera, and boom, wide angle. And yeah, so the only problem, the biggest problem with these is that you lose a lot of the light because you're adding that much onto your lens. But you do get to achieve those wide angle views, which make the shots a lot more personal. That's why a lot of the time you'll see in my vlogs that I'm using the wide angle, and you'll see the vignette around the corners making like a fisheye effect. I like the effect personally, but other people don't, and there's not really a way to get rid of it. Anyways, that's the cheap fisheye wide angle lens, and yeah, I use it for pretty much every one of my videos. The third piece of equipment I'm going to be talking about is this. This is an external hard drive, but it wasn't always an external hard drive. It came as a hard drive enclosure, and I put my own hard drive inside. This is a much cheaper method for storing your files than buying the pre-made external hard drives. And the good thing about this as well is you can always take the hard drive out and replace it with larger hard drives. Yeah, like this is USB 3.1, so it's also compatible with USB-C, which works because I have the 2016 MacBook Pro which is my most expensive piece of equipment. Anything else, I try to do as cheap as possible, which, I mean, that's kind of the purpose of this channel, is to show that you can do good work with cheap gear. And it's not to say that the good gear or the best gear doesn't help, but you can do good things with cheap gear. The next piece of gear I'm going to talk about is my headphones, and this is another thing that I believe you should not skimp on, because you want to have very good sound quality in your videos, and if you don't have good flat responsive headphones, you're not going to be able to properly mix the track the way you want it. And so these headphones, at the time when I bought them online, I looked at over 100 reviews, and these ones stood out amongst almost every pair of headphones. And these are the Audio Technica ATH M50s, and these are great headphones. I recommend these to anyone. I've had these for years and they're still going strong, and I use them every day. Okay, last piece of cheap gear I'm going to talk about today is this bad boy, and this is a digital timing remote for your camera, so you can set all the properties for your camera on your camera in manual mode, and then you can set this to make time lapses or long exposures, or you can use it as just a remote to use the shutter so you don't disturb the camera on the tripod. And this is a great tool for filmmaking, because time lapses are great for filming in space that you just don't really know what to put there, or you just need to jump from one scene to another. Put a little time lapse there, brings you there. Alright, well, that's video 2. So once again, sorry it wasn't like crazy entertaining this time. I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the basic stuff that I use to make, that I'm gonna be using to make some of these videos. Yeah, hopefully you found some of the things in this video informative. If not, well, hopefully I'll do better tomorrow.